I like this.
Oh wait, I'm shooting.
Oh no! Done!
Alright guys, as you all know, the R2DA summer update came out around 2 weeks ago now, and it's the first update that we've had in over like 6 months, and it's pretty big. It's R2DA revived for now, pretty much, yeah, every update revives the game. We are getting a lot more players, whereas during the past 6 months, we only really got like 600 or so players at the most. Now we're hovering around like 1,000, and I think at the peak of this update, we had around 4,000 or so players at most. So I think we're doing pretty good as for the reviving part. R2DA is certainly not dead. The community might be, but the game definitely is getting new players. There's also one thing I'd like to address, which is the July 17th day. A lot of people are like, hey, bro, where'd you get the date, bro? Why was it delayed like 3 weeks, bro? It was almost a month delayed, but anyway. I said that in my last R2DA video, and I picked that date because I was actually trying to get the update out as quickly as possible, but PR basically just stalled it and made us do a bunch of crap he wanted it for the game. He also delayed it himself by not buying the audio that he wanted us to get, which is like, the audio was good, but he literally went like AFK for a week and nobody could buy the audio, and then I ended up actually buying it myself, so that was pretty cool. So there's that, but the good news is that we are getting another update soon, at least within this month. I don't have an exact date for when, but it's called the gun update for a reason. You can probably guess what's in it. We are getting a new map, which I'll review in a minute. It's, you know, public access. You can check it out yourself if you want. It'll have a campaign as well as a new mode, which you'll have to wait to find out what it is. And also, just to reference the R2DA summer update when it'll be removed, just so you know there's no confusion. This update is not getting removed the next update. This is actually in addition to the summer update, so it's like a part 2 kinda. It's not really a part 2, it's more just more content stuff. But the actual summer update is getting removed around, not on the exact date, but around next month on the 14th. So you guys have plenty of time to, you know, play the game, get all the items you want, farm it, etc. And before I get into checking out the map, my summer update video, which I stated if it got 1,000 likes, I would give you guys a skin crate code. Now it didn't actually get 1K likes, but I combined the video with my second video, which came out right after stuff I missed in the first video, and that was around 1,000 likes. So here's a code anyway. So yeah, enjoy. Alright, to redeem your free skin crate code, just go to single player. This will also work in other servers, but if they're old, the codes won't work, so you have to go to single player to use these. Just go to the Twitter code on the top left. This only works on PC, by the way. You cannot do this on mobile, unfortunately. SK4U is the code, and then you get one free skin crate that you can use on any weapon that has skin crates. So here we are on the new map that's going to be added to R2DA. Now, it's dark, there's some chirping, which is just a game's thing added. It's not actually going to be in the R2DA version, but you can probably guess what map this is, guys. Okay, here's there's a burning helicopter at the spawn. You can probably guess now it's Dead Vacation, the R2DA version, or at least one adapted to R2DA. This helicopter is actually a really high quality. It is the R2DA helicopter. It's like the iconic helicopter R2DA uses. It's actually really well done. There is, you know, damage. It's all bent out of shape on fire. It's actually really nice, you know, considering this is a giant mesh R2DA uses, and they, you know, managed to make it look really realistic. Or the most iconic part of this map, this giant orange brick building. In the original it was much smaller, but in this version it has 1, 2, 3 floors, 4 if you count the top. You can actually go to the top. The basement, there's actually zombie spawns in here, which is really dumb, because in the original you could basically just go inside the building. There was no zombie spawns inside of the building, and you could barricade yourself in. In this version, there is zombie spawns inside of the map. I might remove that. I do have access to the map, so I might actually remove that just to make it more realistic. However, that creates a problem, because if they, you know, if someone spams a bunch of fences here, it becomes kind of hard to break in. It's not like the original where you could, you know, at least fight it for a bit. One thing I do not like about this map is actually really well done, really realistic, is that there's a harbor here. The original also did have a harbor, but it's like a wooden boat harbor, because this was supposed to be like a house, someone's house, I guess. In this, there's like a little carport thing that like moves back and forth. I guess cars come through here. As you can see, there's a thing that stops the cars. But there's nowhere for the cars to go. There's just a tree blocking here, and there's some seats here, and there's no road or anything. It's just a dirt path. Clearly, there's no cars coming through here. Maybe right here, but honestly, I don't think so. So it's kind of stupid on map design, but I guess it could be that there are people that would come through here rather than cars, because there is this land which also was in the original, which is really cool. There should be a burning building here, but we don't actually see that. But yeah, that is that. There's actually these bathroom style thingies that was in the original. They were all over the map. Hey guys, look, I found R2DA. There's these little gas containers, I guess. In the original, you could actually blow them up. In the original R2D, you could blow them up. There's this house here, which was in the original as well, but it's designed in reverse. It's basically the same layout, except when you went in this room, the door would be here instead. It is here instead, and it's covered with a brick thing. I guess you can get over it, but most zombies are probably going to be able to jump over that. You can get on the roof as well, which is pretty cool. Now in the original, there was this giant, I guess, tunnel where you could drive through, which, yeah, there's cars that come through here, but you can't get over it. I'm picking this map apart, but you could go over here and camp there with RPGs and stuff. In the R2DA version, you will not be able to do that, unfortunately, and which is a good thing. But as for the similarities to the old map, that is not similar at all. This map also has really realistic cars. I'm not sure if these will be in the map that'll come out, because these might be meshes from another game which R2DA cannot use, but they're really realistic and they look really nice, except for the glass. The glass doesn't actually make sense because this part is metal. The glass is not metal, it's glass. It does not rust. Yeah, it's rusted. So yeah, that is something that annoys me, but no one really cares. Now we can actually go over here. This is going to be the objective. So here we have a generator. It is actually slightly different in the map that's going to be in R2DA. This is a slightly old version, but the objective on this map is, for the campaign, you're going to have to fuel a generator, get the lights on, carry some stuff around, and then get on a boat and leave. In the building, there's not really anything here. There's just a supply box. Now in the original map, not this one, there's actually 2 buildings, and then there is a gas tank. The building should be right here, and another one right here, and a gas tank right next to it. This map does not have that; it only has one. Now we're gonna go ahead and go inside. This actually has 3 floors, as I said before. This is the main floor, I guess the middle floor. This map is more like a, I don't know, like a school cafeteria. I guess there's some pool and stuff here, which is pretty nice. There's, a cafeteria with no kitchen, so I guess everyone's just gonna be eating and drinking Bloxy Cola for their entire vacation. Now this map was actually made really long time ago, so you're gonna see some pictures, at least in this version, of people that do not play the game anymore, and they have like 0 affiliation with R2DA, but they're still here, such as Swagger21, John Roblox, GDI Lives, and an old PR poster apparently. This map is going to be really playable because it's just more easier to defend when it's a giant square, whereas other maps have so much cover that zombies basically get the cover. Anyway, that is Dead Vacation. This map will be added with campaign as well as another mode, which you will have to wait to find out what it is. But anyway, yes, it's pretty cool. I will leave a link in the description if you want to also check it out. Yes. Alright, so apparently, at least according to the comments in my last news video, you're supposed to leave the best news for last? I don't know, man. Anyway, I guess this is the best news for some of you. Well, the traders. I'm gonna be quitting admin on R2DA. That doesn't mean I'm quitting for the game or Discord or anything, but rather I'll be spending my time doing update work to make, more and better updates for R2DA. Most of you probably know I don't really do any admin stuff anymore, or at least I haven't in over a year, mainly because there's literally like 2 outcomes to when I, for example, ban. Whoever I ban attacks me or just starts, drama, and honestly I've been doing basically what Greedy's been doing for the past 6 years, and it's kind of boring to me now, so that's why I'm not really interested in doing it anymore. Again, that doesn't mean I'm quitting. I'm still gonna be, quote-unquote staff manager, which is literally just me telling Cord what to do in the updates. But I'll still be here to make videos, play the game, etc. Nothing really is gonna change. I didn't really do any admin work. Greedy's been doing it more or less for the past year. So, now he's getting paid bit, so he has a reason to do it, whereas I never did. But I still did it for fun, I guess. And that doesn't mean someone else will become admin. We've been actually thinking about getting a community manager, which is kind of like an admin, but that's unconfirmed right now. Anyway, that's all all the news I have for you. So like, subscribe and like the video, and goodbye.